What's up, guys? Zexon, and I have a few topics for today. I'm gonna start off with my own topic I came up with. Then I'm gonna go to weird news, and then I'm gonna go to would you rather's. So my first topic is about gamer girls and gamer guys, and the funny reactions and relationships between them. Basically, if there's a girl in the lobby, she's one of two things. Either she sounds fat, I'll get to that in a second, or she's hot and wants to get fucked. That's what that's what I've every time. That's what all the guys always say. Either she sounds fat or she wants to get fucked. I don't know how you sound fat. I'm a little hello. If you sound like this and you sound like you have like a chicken down your throat and you're like eating a lot of food, you could sound like you're fat then. But if you just sound like a normal girl, I'm not really sure how you sound fat. But that'll come with a story in a second. Or she wants to get fucked. If she's playing COD, she probably doesn't really give a shit. I mean, that's why she's playing COD. If she wants to get fucked, then she's probably gonna be standing on the corner. So, not really sure how you came to that conclusion, but that doesn't really make sense. Second to that, it's not like you really have a chance with her. She probably lives in a different state, and if she is actually hot, then she's out of your league. Hot girls can play games too. I know a few on Facebook that are hot, and they play COD a lot. But it's really irritating to be in a lobby and everyone's like, oh, you sound fat. Like, to a girl. It's like, shut the fuck up. How does she sound fat? That makes no sense. Or if they're talking about fucking her and shit. It's like, that's inappropriate. Like, come on. Like, grow up. Seriously. But now, on to my quick little story. I was in a lobby with two friends that I used to know. I haven't talked to them in like a year. There was this girl in the lobby, and they were talking about how she sounded fat and all this bullshit. They were just being complete assholes to her, and she was saying like she's actually a model, and she was saying how she's how she's a model, and I was like, you know what, I'll take a chance. I'll believe you. Where do you work? What is it? And she told me what modeling agency and all that shit, and then she gave me her number, and we texted afterwards, and we talked on the phone, actually, for like 2 hours, and she sent me pictures. And she was a model, and I'll just say she was model-worthy. And the other thing is I just blanked out. But the thing is don't just judge people based on their voice. I just hate people that do that shit. And she was definitely model worthy, and also don't think that, oh, she took pictures from the internet or some shit like that. People always will say like, oh no, she's lying to you or whatever. No. If I asked her to do something, she would do that and reply in a picture. Okay? So, I'm just saying, the pictures were absolutely 100% real. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, and then on to weird news. I only have one weird news topic. I went through the weird news on Huffington Post, and I couldn't really find anything that was really too funny. There was one guy named Jack Me Off, Mud. He was like a really, really, really dark black guy that got arrested for, I forget what he was arrested for. But, yeah. And, but then this is the only one that I found pretty funny. This guy named Russell Neff was arrested for breaking into someone's house, licking their TV remote in underwear, and then cooking. Okay, so okay, awkward. How weird would that be if you get into your house and there's a guy in his underwear licking your TV remote? That I think that could be one of the most awkward things ever. I mean, I'd honestly rather walk into my house and have a couple fucking each other. Because that would be like, okay, you guys wanted some privacy, so you broke into our house to do that stuff. That kind of makes sense. Why the fuck did you break in my house to lick my fucking TV remote? Go buy your own damn remote, jackass. That just has to be weird. Like, oh, what if he had it in his mouth and he was doing stuff? Oh, gosh. Oh, that would be terrible. Oh, that would be weird. Oh, and then there was one other about this lady has a fetish about popping balloons. Somehow turns her on. That's kind of weird, but not as weird as asphyxiation. I don't know why I was failing to say that there. But that's the weirdest shit in my opinion. I don't know how anyone gets into that. Like, if someone's trying to advertise that, how would you advertise choking yourself and then jacking off or something like that? That just seems so weird. Hey kids, how's it going? How about you get into choking yourself and almost killing yourself, and then jacking? Like, how do you get into that? That's gotta be weird. I don't know. That doesn't make sense because I remember in the news a few weeks ago, a guy actually killed himself doing that. He accidentally killed himself, choking himself. He tried to. He tied a rope to a bedpost, I think, and pulled and was strangling himself basically with the rope, and he ended up killing himself. No, it was with a belt. But I don't know how you get into that. But on to Would You Rathers. First one, would you rather lead a boring life from here on forward, or reborn with all your memories into a baby of the opposite sex? I would do the opposite sex one, because then I would know how to be a COD beast, and how cool would it be to be like an 11 KD player, but be also a chick? I mean, that would, like, I'm just saying, that would be pretty epic. I think that would be the first female player that just destroys the shit out of everyone. Yeah, there's good female players out there, but I've never seen one with over a 5 KD. Next one. Mobility. If you had a chance, would you rather live in a wheelchair the rest of your life, or go without sex forever? Being in a wheelchair, you probably wouldn't really get sex to begin with. That would just, I don't know, she'd have to be pretty slutty to, I don't know, but it's not like I need to walk around. I mean, I sit most of the time because I'm either like doing some sort of math thing or I'm playing video games. So I'm gonna go in the wheelchair and just cross my fingers that I find some slutty girls. But would you rather marry someone of the opposite sex that can't cook, clean, or work, or marry someone of the same sex that does all the chores and enjoys them? So the second one would mean I'd have to be gay, but I'm not gay, so the only way out of that would be they would be my maid. They could be my maid and shit and just clean my house all the time, and I could just go out and be like FPS Kyle and fuck bitches and shit. See, I sound so rude right now, but I just talked about how rude guys are to gamer girls and stuff like that, and then I just said fuck bitches. But no, honestly, like, if I could have that, I probably would, because that doesn't mean I'm gay. It just means I have a maid that happens to be a guy. I mean, just because you're married to them doesn't mean you have to have sex with them or anything like that. It doesn't mean you like them. It just means that you have some sort of relationship to them. Legally, I guess. But, yeah, they would just be my maid. And then I could go and try and get a girlfriend and stuff like that. I can't believe I said fuck bitches. That's rude. But, sorry, my throat's dry. If you had to be stuck with one for 1 year, would you rather have to give graphic naked pictures of yourself to anyone who asked for it, or give up sex? I would give up sex because, I could go, like right now, I'm 17, I could go out without sex for a year. That's not really that big of a deal. And honestly, I don't know why anyone would want, but also giving out those pictures, it's not like anyone's gonna ask for pictures of me. That would be, but in the case that they would, I wouldn't want to do that. So I'm gonna give up sex because I don't really need sex that bad. It's not like I'm gonna die if I don't have sex. I don't think anyone would. I hate when people make a big deal like, did not have sex, holy shit, oh my god. It's like, it's not that big of a deal, it's just, I don't know. But anyways, guys, the gameplay is wrapping up. Hopefully it was interesting enough for you. I was just rushing around with the HS-10, being basically a jackass. I was flipping the spawns all over the damn place like an asshole. I hate people that do that stuff, but I was doing it in this game because I was by myself. But anyways, guys, gameplay is wrapping up, so bye.
That's how it's done.